God. God, take me now, God. These guitars are singing me that heavenly melody, God. This is it for me. How do you think they did that? How do you think that they did like the with the guitars? How? How could they ever possibly do that? That's incredible. Welcome to the stream, everybody. I hope we're all doing well. It's time to play some video games, specifically that of Dead Cells. But first, there was a new trailer today for Zelda, so I'm gonna check it out. I guess people who aren't into Zelda, I hear, are still not into Zelda, which is like not surprising to me. If you for some reason dislike Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom is probably just not going to be the game for you. That being said, I fucking love Breath of the Wild. It's genuinely still, to this day, one of my favorite Switch games. And I'll defend that to the end of time, okay? I don't want to say that it's because of the Zelda cycle, but I'm noticing the Zelda cycle this time around is very passionate. And it makes me, I don't know. I don't want to like call myself like that I'm like being alienated necessarily for liking Zelda. But when I talk about it on my stream, for some reason I feel like the majority of my viewership anyways are just all not really into it. And I got to be honest with you. I don't necessarily know why you feel that way, but I'm sure you have your reasons. For me, I played Breath of the Wild probably way too much. I'm a bit of a Zelda shill in general. So there is also that. So I'm excited to see for myself. Hello, I'm over here. Now I'm over here. Now I'm over here. I'm excited to see for myself what this trailer is. I don't know really anything about it except for one thing. I saw that there was an art piece for Ganondorf. I tried my best to avoid everything, and that art piece of Ganondorf slipped through the cracks, but that's all that I know. So let us go ahead and begin. You guys let me know how the volume is. This trailer dropped like, 8 hours ago? So this is not exactly live. Well, it is live, but this isn't a live reaction or anything, as you can see by the whole trailer being here in front of us. Yeah, I'm excited to see what's here, but let's just play the video and find out. Let's get that volume good. So like I said, I'm very excited for this game. I'm hoping this is a trailer on par with that one Breath of the Wild trailer. You know the one. There's that guy. Oh, man, he just fucking bonked it. Yo, look at him. He's busy. He's going to die. He's going to snap his neck. Well, we've seen the whole trailer. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Okay, we're starting to rebuild Castletown a little bit. Some shrines. Some tornadoes. Uh-oh. The biggest thing that I'm hoping for are dungeons. Was that a dungeon? I don't know. Ah, yes, look at him. Nope, you don't get to live. Sorry. I'm sorry, there's underground as well? What is that? What is that? Is that that one level from Sonic Adventure 2? Wow, he restored the room.
Zelda.
Who?
We rely on your knight, and that legendary sword he carries. Our last line of defense will be Link.
Let's hope they improve the cutscene direction for the voice direction a little bit as well. Was that Grananendorf? Yo, orb! Ponder it. Bird friend. That's a good... What is that, rocket ship? This is Sonic Adventure 2. What do you mean? They remembered that they have a main theme for this game. That's nice.
I know why
Dead.
I am here. It's something only I can do.
It's the tear of the kingdom.
Do not look away. You witness a king's revival.
Oh, yeah?
And the birth of his new world.
There he is.
Okay, let's go!
Bird up. Okay, so they're expanding the... I guess the champion's descendants.
You are our final hope.
And it's that one boss from Zelda 1. And now I will do what everyone did at the end of the Mario movie. Clap for no reason. I really like the part where he went...
You must find me.
Was that confirmed Matt Mercer? It sounds like him, but I don't know if it is. It sounds a little similar, but I'm not convinced necessarily that that was Matt Mercer. All right. Yeah, was that the same kind of trailer? Did it give me goosebumps? No, it really didn't. It's a good trailer. We learned a lot more. You know what's really funny about this trailer? Look up here. You see that? You see that up there? Up the top? Official trailer number 3. This is the 3rd trailer for this game. This game was announced in 2017. No, 2018. I think. Yeah, 18. And this is the 3rd trailer for it. Some's not adding up. I don't think that's accurate, but this is like the 3rd trailer, I think, since the name Tears of the Kingdom came out. But even still, that's been a big problem for this game. This game has been in active development for math amount of years, 6 years. So for some people, they see this game and they're just, especially if you didn't like Breath of the Wild, and to see them immediately be like, more Breath of the Wild. But then it just never comes out. So if you really weren't into Breath of the Wild, you're just ready for the next thing, right? And this is still Breath of the Wild. So I get it a little bit, but at the same time, like I said, I'm a fucking Zelda shill. I don't know if you've seen all the stuff back there, but there is oh, the camera's not pointed up enough. There's a link up there, okay? There's a broken Master Sword over there, behind the chat window. There's an Among Us right here. I fucking love Among Us, okay? So, you know, clearly, me, the Among Us fan, am also the largest Zelda fan in the whole world. I am. That is I. Most definitely, not at all lying to you. I mean, I am a very big Zelda fan, but I guess I'm not the biggest. Here's what I'll say. This trailer shows us a lot, and it does show me that, you know, this game is more than just, you know, running through the Breath of the Wild world again. Because that was my biggest concern for all of this, was just like, okay, well, I've played Breath of the Wild, and I've played through it full 100%, well, not 100% minus the Korok seeds twice. And then another like playthrough where I just like did the divine beasts and just like some shrines. I know. Here's the biggest complaints that I've heard about. I'm sure this is what you, the Zelda fan, also watching this, love to hear is other people's complaints, right? I know, but some things that I'm hoping that they address for those of my friends that are a bit on the fence about the original Breath of the Wild. We see here this little thing right here. That's most assuredly a replacement for a shrine. I'm going to assume. I'm assuming these spotlights are my towers. There's also these like, we saw this in the last time Eiji Aonuma gave us gameplay. There's like these holes in the ground that like spew Ganon energy. They spew like the Nando juice, right? This area, yeah, I mean, it looks like there's a lot of new ruins around Hyrule, because like I recognize this area. This is right by the Dueling Peaks. Dueling Peaks are over here. The tower where all the guardians shoot at you while you're climbing up is kind of like behindish you right now. And there was a horse stable like here, I think, if I'm remembering correctly. Is it still there? I can't see it. So who knows? It's kind of hard to see. This hill is in the way. Who knows? Is it important? Not really. But I think that it does look like they're adding little things in the world. So I don't know. I mean, I don't think anyone was necessarily thinking it was going to be exactly copy and paste, but I'm at least glad to see that we're getting a little something there. These seem very interesting. These like sketches on the walls or whatever kind of reminds me of there were these hills in Kyoto that had like Japanese characters written on the side of the mountain. And considering the original Breath of the Wild was like deliberately designed to be the size of Kyoto, and that's also where the Nintendo headquarters are, wouldn't surprise me if that's an intentional like reference to that. You got water balls in the sky. It looks like there's like a fight happening here, and NPCs are actually doing something. I'm sure this is just like an advanced version of like those altercations you'd find where there's like the one traveler getting harassed by a moblin. But it looks like this time they're fighting back, and they're in like defensive formations here. So they're not just like cowering or like doing a shit job. It looks like, you know, I mean, and this is outside of Hitano as well. So perhaps it is specifically because of Fort Hitano here. That's right. Hate Tenno. That's what it's called. Here's a character. Here's a new race. I don't know what this is. That is the person who cries the kingdom, of course, actually. Hate Tenno. Is this voice Ganon that's speaking here?
Defense will be Link.
No. I don't know who's
legendary
talking.
Sword he carries. Our last line of defense will be Link.
It sounds like Rivali's voice actor. I forget his name. But Rivali also played that other guy whose name starts with a T, the other white bird lad. I forget what his name was. I call myself a Breath of the Wild fan, and I can't remember this one character that had like 4 lines of text. What the fuck? Granted, the last time, ever since they showed Tears of the Kingdom, and they like made it clear that they were reusing the world, I made sure to stop doing replaythroughs of Breath of the Wild. So that way, when I did play this, it would be more fresh. I imagine for those who haven't ever replayed Breath of the Wild, this will be not too bad, especially because of all the new stuff. Now, this looks more in-depth. Despite all of this footage, we never, like, I don't think deliberately see the inside of a shrine. unless one of these shots were inside of a shrine, in which case maybe that's a good thing, because another complaint was that shrines themselves were just like way too samey. I definitely, when I'm looking at like the horizon shots, there's shrines up here, and there's shrines both up here and down there, but I'm seeing a lot less of them in general. Maybe it's just because, it's deliberate trailer shots or whatever. But it makes me wonder if they cut down the number on them. And if they did, I'm hoping that they brought the number of dungeons up. And not just the number of dungeons, but the quality of the dungeons. Even I will say the Divine Beasts were probably the lowest point of Breath of the Wild for me. They've already showed that they have some kind of system in plan for addressing complaints about the durability system. Pateno is looking a tad different. There's mushrooms here now. You guys like mush? You guys like mushies? Oh, there's a tower on top of that mountain. Mount Hylia or whatever now. I wonder, it doesn't look like you can see any of the old Breath of the Wild shrines or the towers. I wonder if they'll explain what happened to those, or if they're just not there. I don't know. Trying to see where would be a shot where you could see one. I don't know where this is. Let me see if I can't find like an overworld shot. See, now this looks dungeon-ish. Actually, wait a minute. This looks like a fucking gacha machine. What is this? Oh, I think this is inside one of those giant balls in the sky. Sky balls. Gotta love me some sky balls. This looks like a boss. Okay. It looks like we're getting cutscenes that are memory-based again, which I don't know how I feel about that. Here's a shot that shows a lot in the background. Still don't know where that is, though. Let me see. Can I find any shots of an area where I recognize there should have been a tower? I think this is by the lake. Should be a tower here. I don't see one. Maybe the towers are gone. I don't know. It's not important, but I do like this. It seems like it does seem like these characters are more important now. And one thing I will say is I like these characters, but boy howdy, did they have no fucking role in Breath of the Wild. They're used to introduce you to the champion, and then they just kind of, okay, the champion's the cooler one. We don't care about these guys because they're young. They're still green, even though these guys are red. Don't worry about that. I forget what the name of this dragon thing is, but this was like the first fight in Zelda 1.
Our final hope.
I don't know. If you ask me, looks like a good game. I don't quite agree with people who aren't interested in this game, but if you think you're not into it, then by all means, don't be into it. Well, I mean, $70 is quite a hefty chunk of change. I'm really hoping that doesn't become the normal for Nintendo, but it'll become the normal after a while. I think this game will do fine. That's my review. I think it'll do fine. I can't really judge the game without playing it. And, again, I don't want to exactly call myself like alienated for liking Breath of the Wild, but I definitely feel like these days Breath of the Wild has a lot more negativity surrounding it than I personally think it's worth. It really reminds me of people's reaction to Skyward Sword. Honestly, people loved Skyward Sword, 10 out of 10 when the game came out. Few years later, and then Ego Raptor puts out a video saying how he hates Skyward Sword. And I'm not saying everyone was parroting him by any means, but definitely the amount of people who spoke out against the game started to rise, which is good. I think it's good to have the game receive criticism. Don't mind me if I seem ultra focused. It's because I'm like organizing my files because they're all over the place. And then when I switch my monitor, they'll be unorganized again. So I don't know why I'm doing this, but whatever. I don't really have much more to say about Tears of the Kingdom. I think it will be a great game. I'm very excited for it. I'm also trying to keep my hype in check because, if I spend too much time being excited for it, then that's just going to make the wait be longer. So, and it's only a month away. I think exactly, right? Because a little less than that. It's coming out on the 12th of next month, and today's the 13th. So there you go. I don't know how to do math, but I think that's 29 days because this is a 30-day month. So, okay. Well, there you go. There's your Tears of the Kingdom recap. I am now going to switch to playing Dead Cells. Thank you so much for stopping in and listening to me ramble for a little bit. Watch the trailer. Like I said, I think it feels good. I think it feels great to be a Zelda fan. Okay, real talk though. I do want to say, I'm not really sure if I am going to stream Tears of the Kingdom. This is a big thing for me that I'm like really trying to figure out. I know my general viewership is not really interested in Tears of the Kingdom. My viewers are mostly in the group of they weren't fans of the original game, so they're, from what I can tell, not planning on picking this game up. And even if they were, personally speaking, I know for me, I wouldn't watch a stream of a game that just came out like this because I would want to play it myself and not want to absorb any other content until I'm done with it. Especially because a game like this, I can go in a completely separate direction that you do. So I can see why people would say they don't want to see Tears of the Kingdom content. But the problem is, I don't really know if my folks do or not. No one's ever like I've asked people before if they are interested, and no one seems to give me a definitive answer. So I'll just ask one more time. If you want to watch, you can let me know on my Discord. If I get a majority of people saying they want to watch me live, then I can do that. If not, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play the game anyways. And why not still record it, at least? So maybe what I can do is I can do offline recordings, or, I don't know, hang out in the Discord. I don't know. We'll figure something out because I want to play the game. But here's another thing is with Xenoblade 3, it took me so long to stream through that game that like the entirety of the ending was spoiled for me, and it actually kind of ruined it to the point where like I haven't streamed a new release day one, I think, since then, which might not seem like that long ago. It was back in September, so about 9 months ago was when that happened. Well, it was in July, but I ended in September, so even longer since the game started, right? So I don't know. We'll figure something out, definitely, because regardless of that, I'm getting the game day one, and you can't stop me. Okay? Okay. Glad we've talked. All right. Dead Cells is coming up. Let me get you some music, and then we'll go do that. And once again, viewers on Twitch or on YouTube, there should be a link below the stream or on YouTube in the description for that Discord if you want to let me know. Or you can just leave a comment on YouTube. That's way easier than joining a Discord. So, yeah, there you go.